Before your first breath, before your name was whispered into the world, you were already awake, not as a human, but as a soul, conscious, eternal. Somewhere beyond time, in realms we rarely remember, your soul entered a sacred space, a circle of light where you were not alone. Seated with you were your soul guides, your mentors, and higher intelligences who had walked this path many lifetimes before you. Together, you planned not a story of ease, but a story of evolution. You weren't sent to Earth randomly, you volunteered. And before your journey began, you co-authored a divine syllabus, a blueprint of your life. You chose the major lessons, the turning points, the people who would challenge and love you, and the deeper meaning behind your time here. You knew it would be hard, but you also knew you wouldn't be alone. In that higher realm, you made choices far deeper than most ever realize. You chose your parents, not because they'd be perfect, but because they would awaken something inside you. Whether through their love or their absence, your growth would begin with them. You selected your body, its size, its skin, its gender, its gifts, and even its limitations, not to be punished, but to match the energy your soul needed to express in this incarnation. You even chose your challenges, sometimes the most painful ones. Because in the higher dimension, pain isn't viewed as suffering, it's seen as transformation. The family you were born into, the culture, the era, all of it was chosen with a precision that transcends logic. Because each element serves your soul's awakening. Yet life is not a prison of fate. What you planned was never meant to be a fixed script. It's a blueprint, a map with key destinations. But how you travel, how you respond, what you learn, and how quickly you grow, that's all up to you. This is where free will lives. Your soul may have signed a contract, but the ink is not dry. The universe allows for improvisation. Your suffering is not preordained. It's shaped by your choices. Even when life feels chaotic, you are still a co-creator. You hold the pen. And every moment you awaken, every time you respond differently, you alter the vibration of your timeline. The challenges you face were never punishments. They were training grounds. Like weights in a spiritual gym, they exist to build strength, not to crush you. Heartbreak, loss, failure, loneliness, each one, though brutal on the human level, is a soul exercise. They stretch you, awaken empathy, and unlock courage. There is no growth in constant ease. Evolution happens at the edge, and your soul knew this before you were born. That's why it chose situations that would call forth your power, even if those situations first broke your heart. There is purpose in the pain, always. And then there are the souls you meet, not by accident, but by agreement. Before birth, you made contracts with other souls. Some would play the role of lovers, teachers, friends. Others would come as rivals, heartbreakers, even enemies. Every relationship that shapes you has spiritual roots. Your soulmates are not always the ones who stay. Some come to shake you, to reflect your wounds, to test your truth. These karmic ties may be messy, passionate, even painful, but they are sacred. They bring unresolved energy from past lives back into motion. And once the lesson is complete, they fade, leaving behind a wiser you. In some lifetimes, the soul chooses a fast track. It signs up for trauma, illness, or intense adversity, not because it enjoys suffering, but because it wants to evolve quickly. It's like compressing many lives into one. These sacred initiations are often misunderstood by the human mind, but deeply respected in the spirit world. A child who battles disease, a young adult who faces deep loss, a parent who experiences betrayal. These are not signs of a cursed life, but of a brave soul accelerating its growth. They came to alchemize pain into wisdom. And some souls aren't here to repay karma at all. They're volunteers. They return not because they must, but because they love. They are here on mission. These souls remember the higher realms, even if only faintly. They feel different. They're drawn to healing, art, service, or raising consciousness. They don't eft in because they didn't come to blend in. They came to lift humanity. Their presence is often quiet but powerful. These are the light workers, the frequency holders, the souls who said yes, not to comfort, but to contribution. This is why the most evolved souls often choose the hardest lives. They didn't come for luxury. They came for legacy. Old souls know that hardship forges mastery. They've walked this earth before. They've been the student, the healer, the warrior, the monk, and now they return again to carry heavy weights, not as a burden, but as a duty. Their suffering is not weakness. It is sacred service. They know that the deepest wounds birth the strongest medicine. Even the stars and numbers in your life reflect your soul's intent. Your birth chart isn't just an astrological curiosity. It's a map of your mission. Your numerology isn't random. It's a vibrational code. These systems are ancient languages that speak of your essence, your cycles, your gifts, and the karma you came to clear. They are tools of remembrance echoing what your soul already knows. When you read them correctly, they don't confine you, they empower you. And yet, the most beautiful truth is this: even with a divine plan, parts of your life can be rewritten. If you awaken earlier than expected, if you choose love where anger was expected, if you forgive where revenge was planned, you change the path, you elevate the contract, you evolve faster. The universe makes room for your growth. It will move mountains if needed. Because this life was never meant to trap you. It was meant to invite you into your power. You're not a victim of fate. You are a co-creator of destiny. And the more conscious you become, the more flexible the plan becomes. So remember this: you are not here by mistake. You are not broken. You are not forgotten. You are a soul on a journey you chose, not for ease, but for evolution. Every step, every scar, every sacred pause has meaning. And the most important line in your soul contract is the one you're about to write next.